for over 5 years and counting, which constitutes at least a 4. But you know what? This next company is gonna wish they made nothing, because that's a whole lot better than stealing someone else's product design and then getting caught. Yes, I'm talking about Casetify. So for the most part, this company seems to have had a pretty clean record. Their cases have always been pricey, yes, but premium because of it, with massive customization. Not to mention a company valuation of nearly $1 billion and an expanding suite of physical experience stores. In theory, that should be a sign that you're making original products. Well, all of that went out the window when YouTuber Jerry Rig Everything released a video showing how Casetify's transparent-looking skins were not designed by Casetify, but in fact ripped straight off a collaboration between him and another case company called dbrand. All the little Easter eggs, inside jokes both from the YouTuber and dbrand that would make no sense to be present on anyone else's products, all of it was still in Casetify's cases. My favorite one is 11/11/11, which is the day that dbrand started business. Oh, and the dbrand logo. Oops. Now, Casetify's designs were actually slightly different, but that makes it a whole lot worse, because it becomes very clear that they've not just copied, but copied and tried to change it to make it seem like their own. And then failed at that. But the thing that turns this from just scummy into pure garbage is that it's the same design, but it's just worse. Because Casetify has ripped the files from the dbrand website, as opposed to the raw files that dbrand uses to print, everything is just significantly lower resolution, with things not being aligned in the way that was originally intended. I mean, this is already bad news, but it just kept tumbling. The company issued a statement claiming that they're a bastion of originality, which, funnily enough, is not a fitting tagline to use when you've just been accused of your blatant unoriginality. And then more parties came forward, like iFixit, a company focused on tech repairs, who realized, hey, wait a second, Casetify's X-ray case, that's our image. Casetify's getting sued at least once, but maybe more. And either way, the reputational damage is gonna be an even bigger hit than the millions they might have to pay out. Like, we've featured Casetify before, but we're not gonna do it now, leading this to be an easy 5 out of 10. Okay, you remember Squid Game, right? No, not that one. This one. Although, to be fair, both pretty great. Well, in trying to recreate the sheer vast success of it, Netflix very recently created their own version with real contestants. Only a year after Mr. Beast already made one. Real contestants who seem to act an awful lot like paid actors, with almost anime-like exaggerated personalities that don't hold up in real life, but that's a whole other conversation. Now, obviously with a real game show, no one's gonna die when they fail a challenge, right? Or are they? Turns out that the filming conditions were so poor that Express Solicitors, a British personal injuries law firm, is representing 2 players who claim they suffered hypothermia and nerve damage while shooting the red light, green light in cold conditions in the UK. Apparently, the requirement to stay motionless for long periods of time during the shoot in the cold is what caused the injuries, which is not just careless on Netflix's part, but also implies that it was all very staged, as in the original show, you'd only have to stop for like a few seconds max, mostly. But to top it all off, while the actual Squid Game got an 8 out of 10 on IMDb and a 95% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, this masterpiece is a 4.8 and a 44, and is also now being probed for its questionable ethics. Given that the original show was made to try and show the injustice of the whole thing, the inequality of how the wealthy would sit up top and pay to watch the people in difficulty betray each other and go through unbelievable pain for their entertainment, is this recreation not disturbingly close to actually proving its point? Regardless, trash version of something that a YouTuber has already done better. And earlier. 5 out of 10. Oh, and speaking of things that have already been done better, now we're in the top 10, we can't not talk about what's been described as the biggest failure in media history. CNN+. So CNN, like most other cable TV networks, noticed people cancelling their subscriptions in favor of streaming, and rightly thought, well, yeah, we need to be present there too. So they allocated $1 billion into building this subscription service that they were saying was going to revolutionize news. They hyped it up in a way that made it seem like exclusive 24/7 news content from all the highest profile hosts in their arsenal, like CNN 2.0. The trouble though was that the end product was not that. It was a few live shows, but nothing close to the news already being delivered for free by the normal CNN, and it couldn't be anything more than that anyway due to contractual obligations that CNN had with the cable TV providers. And then, as for the rest of the content you would get, It feels like CNN completely misjudged their audience. There was a cooking show, a book club show, there was even one about the challenges of being a dad. Like, who decided this? I think CNN massively overestimated how invested the average person was in their hosts, and how much they actually cared about seeing those characters in these shows. And at the same time, they underestimated the impact of the internet, how it's made people so used to just consuming news content for free. It became very clear very quickly that the people who liked CNN for what it was, they weren't getting any more of that by subscribing to CNN Plus. It almost felt like a please follow my OnlyFans request for, I guess, the superfans, of which clearly there were not many. Or, for a savage take, as Ramp Capital LLC puts it, imagine blowing $300 million on a paid version of CNN when no one even watches the free version. Because yes, if there's one silver lining to all of this, it's that of the original $1 billion budget, CNN only ended up spending $300 million of it, because the service shut down so quickly that they didn't have time to burn the rest. CNN targeted 2.5 million subscribers in year one. It only hit a peak of 150,000, leading it to be one of the fastest ever services to both come and go, lasting only 32 days. I don't know whether to be impressed or appalled that they managed to spend that much money in that little time. But hey, I mean, at least CNN has done some good things. The same can't exactly be said for Ticketmaster. People already thought that Ticketmaster was a garbage website. They've a well-established reputation for making themselves the only place to buy tickets, marking up the prices of those tickets, and just making the whole booking process unnecessarily stressful through their poor website. Like in March 2023, when selling tickets for The Cure, their fees were no joke higher than the actual ticket price itself. But this slow, growing dissatisfaction with the service, it all came to a head with Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Ticketmaster, like most companies, they want to make as much money as possible. But the way they do it is the thing that sucks. It's a dynamic pricing system that constantly assesses demand, and anytime it feels like people are willing to overpay, it makes them overpay. And so, in the case of Taylor Swift, whose concerts are going to have possibly the most rabid demand on the planet, this site absolutely screwed it. I mean, the queuing, for starters, just to get the option to buy tickets. Fans had to join queues of 40,000 plus people, only for Ticketmaster's highly unstable website to glitch and send them right back to the beginning again. I remember reading one lady's account of it, and this happened to her, no joke, 41 times just while trying to secure these tickets. But it gets worse, because many fans found that once they'd gone through hell to get the tickets finally into their basket and they were gleefully celebrating, those tickets were taken from them before they could check out, offered to other people for an even higher price. These tickets, they kept creeping up in price until they hit, no joke, $500 per person, not including Ticketmaster's own extra fees. And then, when the lucky few who just mortgaged their homes to go see Taylor Swift had actually managed to secure something, Ticketmaster said, do you know what? That customer experience, that wasn't bad enough. Gotta do something else. I guess in response to scalpers who buy tickets on their site to try and sell them on eBay or StubHub for thousands instead of the already absurd hundreds, Ticketmaster decided to make the UK tour a lead booker event, meaning that the person who booked the tickets has to be at the venue to be able to get in. Only problem is, they didn't make that clear on the website, and that move would also come at the very unfortunate cost of gifted tickets becoming immediately worthless after they'd already been purchased. So yes, Ticketmaster were rightly investigated this year by the US Senate for overexerting their monopoly in the live music ticket industry, although I think bigger consequences also need to follow. 5 out of 10. But if you subscribe to this channel, then you are an instant 10. Before we reach the top 5, what I'd call the catastrophic tier of failage, we've got a couple of puzzling ones. Ones that when you look at, it just begs the question, what were they thinking? Like Microsoft Zune. Let me set the stage. It's the end of 2006. Everyone's happily using their flip phones. You just got your grandma into Nintendo Wii Sports, and Apple's iPod has absolutely swept the market for MP3 players. Well, naturally, Microsoft wanted a part of that pie, and their answer to try and get it was the Zune 30, named after the number of gigabytes of storage it had, and not the number of people who bought one. Although that wouldn't be far off.
Now, in terms of features, the Zune was basically just a carbon copy of the iPod. It had one unique thing, which is the ability to share songs that you own with other Zune users who could listen to them a few times, which could have been a really big thing, mind you, if Zune had actually taken off enough for it to become relevant. But it didn't have anything that could get it to that level. What confuses me about this product is that if they had released it in 2001, maybe 2002, there might well have been some market share for it to capture. But I mean, releasing a bootleg version of one of the most influential media devices of all time that fixes none of the user problems that people were having with that device 5 years after it came out, I mean, the only appeal the Zune ended up having was literally just people who wanted a good MP3 player, but didn't want it to be made by Apple. They got that market, but while Apple held over 70% of the MP3 player market, Zune didn't even manage to surpass 4. And then the real nail in the coffin came next year when Apple announced both the iPod Touch and the iPhone, igniting the smartphone era and pretty much overnight killing the desire for a standalone MP3 player. So Zune decided it was time to bury this mistake, which from a company as big as Microsoft, having now sunk in $289 million in its development, is a massive 6 out of 10 fail.
You know, maybe companies should just altogether avoid 4-letter words starting with Z, because next up is Zoom, an even bigger flop. Zoom was founded in 2015 as a, yes, you're not dreaming, robotic pizza delivery company. And it raised $500 million, promising to automate the entire pizza-making process with robots at every single stage. Robots assembling the pizzas at the company's HQ, faster and more precisely than any human could do. And then robots inside trucks that could cook the pizzas during delivery, starting at just the right time based on the customer's GPS location data. I mean, if this is what the robot uprising of the future looks like, where do I sign up? The problem, aside from technical issues hampering every single part of the process, is that they forgot to factor in the roads. The company was based in San Francisco, and if you've seen San Francisco, you will know those are not good roads to be trying to cook pizza on, leading to many deliveries where the cheese that was meant to go on top instead being used to decorate the floor of the van. And the company's solution to this problem is hilarious. Instead of cooking while driving, they instead resorted to parking up in a central location and then using runner cars to get the pizzas from those trucks to other people's doors. So, congratulations, you just invented a normal pizza shop, except it's a tiny little metal vehicle. The company made a huge series of layoffs in 2020, cutting over 500 employees, including all of its robotics and food delivery truck business. So, the whole thing? They very soon officially shuttered the pizza business and started to sell sustainable food packaging for some reason. Zoom is a pretty catastrophic 7 out of 10 fail in my books, made worse by a snarky leaked email from the CEO blaming the pandemic for most of the job cuts. But we all know it's because they tried to make a robot pizza delivery company. Now, have you ever accidentally screen shared the wrong thing? Maybe you were playing Fortnite on your other monitor on a work call. Whatever it is, can't be as bad as this. Mohammed Moniruzman. In 2021, an employee of the automotive company Vallejo left that job to go work for Nvidia, the graphics company. But it looks like he took a couple of keepsakes with him. He'd allegedly downloaded, without authorization, the entirety of Vallejo's advanced parking and driving assistance source code. And while screen sharing on a Microsoft Teams call, he accidentally minimized his PowerPoint presentation to reveal it. But do you want to know what the worst part of this is? Do you know who he was on a call with at the time? None other than his ex-employer, Vallejo, who Nvidia just so happened to be collaborating with. If that's not poetry, then I don't know what is. Somehow it gets even scrappier, though. German police raided the guy's home as part of a criminal investigation, and they discovered not just reams of Vallejo documents on Mohammed's PC, but also printouts, and even the physical Vallejo hardware pinned onto his walls. The guy pleaded guilty and was forced to pay a $15,000 fine, which, while in itself is chump change compared to some of the other fails here, it is a career-ruining move that has Vallejo also seeking hundreds of millions in compensation from Nvidia for stolen trade secrets. Now, it's pretty hard to top something as specialist as that, but I think the online therapy platform BetterHelp might just take it. The concept of the site is that a lot of people increasingly, they need the help of a therapist for their mental health, but they don't have access to one or are too nervous to go out into the world. or looking for one. So BetterHelp makes therapy cheaper, more affordable, and more accessible by doing it all online, promising safety and security to these vulnerable people, which is what makes this the roughest one so far. This site is notorious for sponsoring countless YouTubers, podcasters, and other influencers, which racked up the numbers. I mean, in 2022 alone, the site served 2.5 million customers. And it sounds like it's doing a great thing, so what's the issue? Yeah, see, the FTC, in an investigation, they found that BetterHelp was selling the data from these customers to companies like Facebook, Snapchat, and Pinterest so those companies could advertise more directly to the vulnerable people. And that they got this data by repeatedly pushing people who signed up to the service to take this extremely personal intake questionnaire with questions like if you're experiencing overwhelming sadness, grief, or depression, and if they think they'd be better off dead. Imagine bringing vulnerable people like that onto your site, feeding them statements like, rest assured, any information provided in this questionnaire will stay private between you and your counselor, asking questions like that, and then selling that info so that Facebook can try and advertise you some antidepressants. It genuinely makes me a bit sick. 7 out of 10. And yes, as well as taking a hit to subscribers, BetterHelp did also have to pay out 7.8 million in refunds to customers because of this. Anyway, moving on. You know the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Or the MCU? Well, this universe has faced one of the most unfathomably quick drop-offs in history. It might not be clear if you look at the surface level. Like, if you just take averages, Marvel is still the highest-grossing movie franchise in the world, but that's not the full story. From 2008 to 2019, Marvel managed to do something amazing. They created a very literal web of 22 full-length movies, almost all individually strong and all completely interconnected, slowly building towards the ultimate climax that was Avengers Endgame. And that peak was such a high peak. It's the last movie I can remember where people were actually scrambling to get cinema tickets for, and the crowd reactions when there was a plot twist, those felt like the moments you live for. And the numbers match that feeling, with Endgame still to this day being the second highest grossing film ever to be released. But as soon as that chapter closed, that's when it started to go wrong, as Marvel with the next chapter, they've tried to do far too much. I guess they thought, well, if 22 movies can result in a climax like that and make that much money, well, what about 22 movies plus 12 concurrent TV shows at the same time too? They started churning out so much content that no one physically had the time or the money to keep up with it, as it basically required a Disney Plus monthly subscription. And then, perhaps to try and push even more people into subscribing, the company also started increasing the importance of all of this side content within the universe, to the point where if you don't watch the latest Marvel TV show now, it's often not just that you'll miss out on a single funny reference in the next Marvel movie, but that you'll actually be approaching that movie with a significantly worse understanding of the characters than someone who has put their career on hold to actually keep up with it all. And pair that with the massive superhero fatigue that even many core fans are feeling, people are starting to skip things. And as soon as you start to skip some of it, it becomes much easier to just skip all of it. Skip is actually a very appropriate word given the state of this room right now. And this isn't just my own personal feelings. Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, he's publicly blamed Marvel's recent poor movie performances on their Disney Plus output, diluting audiences' focus and attention. And while it's not like Marvel or Disney is getting cancelled or being fined for anything, it's tough to understate the sheer level of monetary loss that they're seeing right now. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, that thing only grossed $470 million at the box office. It needed 600 just to break even. So the company is already a far cry from the 1 to 3 billion per movie that the last gen Avengers films were pulling in. And they might well continue down that trend unless the company figures this out. That's an 8. But now we're in the top 3. The trash at the very bottom of your trash bag. Starting with IRL, a social app founded in 2016 focusing on groups and events, designed to get people to meet up in real life with the goal of creating more authentic and organic communities. And this thing raised $200 million, skyrocketing to a valuation of $1.2 billion. We're building Facebook groups and events for the generation that doesn't use Facebook, IRL CEO Abraham Shafi told The Verge. There just happens to be no other product really focused on this space for the next generation. Which which is cool and all, but in 2022, people started to get suspicious of this guy. Abraham Shafi claimed that 20 million monthly active users were on this app, and used that as a way to make people feel, oh, well, everyone's on this app, maybe I should get on it too. Except that he really shot himself in the foot, as this brought on an internal investigation from the board of directors, which found that 95% of the app's users were bots. The app is literally called IRL, and its users don't exist in real life. And just to put that into perspective, Elon Musk's main argument when trying to pull out of buying Twitter was that 20% of Twitter was bots. Obviously, as soon as something like that becomes public, the app had no choice but to just shut down.
Okay, you've heard of the metaverse, right? In October 2021, Mark Zuckerberg completely rebranded Facebook, the company, not the app, to Meta, because he made a massive bet on not just the future of tech, but the entire world, popularizing the term metaverse to describe this future VR/AR world that he predicted we'd be living in, and also massively boosting the company's spending in it. I distinctly remember the moment the announcement happened. It's like easily one of the most bizarre sci-fi-like things to ever happen in the tech space. Kind of like we were suddenly being told the future starts today, but in a really creepy, whether you like it or not kind of way. And this whole thing is failing hard due to a combination of both bad timing and bad execution, either of which alone is enough to topple a company, but together, well, that's going to cost a lot of money to fix. In terms of timing, I mean, no one saw it coming. That's part of the problem. It's a sign that we weren't ready. I mean, if you really want to create drastic societal change like this, the way to do it is not just to drop it in the laps of unsuspecting civilians, but instead to slowly, surely build out a list of products with useful immersive capabilities in a way that people don't just see it as a new era that starts tomorrow, but just naturally drift towards it. And then in terms of execution, Meta's own virtual world platform, Horizon Worlds, it's just awful. Literally feels like something out of an uncanny horror film. Everything is just empty and dead and boring and ugly. Like, okay, it's one thing to tell people the future, complete it, mate. But it's a very different thing when you tell them that and then show them that it looks like this.
Check this out.
Wow.
So that's pretty neat.
They talked a huge game about how the metaverse is going to revolutionize work, but I'm yet to see a single useful work product that people are actually taking seriously. And just the fact that in researching this, one of Google's top recommended searches was legs says everything you need to know about how real metaverse interaction has felt. Now, regardless of if the metaverse is ever going to pick up in the future, if we just look at the state of it right now, it's bad. And it's getting worse. In the first 9 months of 2023 alone, Meta's Reality Labs division has recorded a loss of, you might want to cover your ears for this, $11.5 billion, which means they might just be about to break their past record loss of $13.7 billion in 2022. And it's all happening at the same time as major staff cuts, which is not exactly a sign that it's suddenly about to turn the corner, especially after being nearly $50 billion in total deep into this metaverse venture. Yes, 50 billion. It genuinely feels like Zuckerberg is taking piles of cash in his hands and laser pointing them into whatever the nearest trash can he can find is. How can I give this anything less than a 9? And more concerningly, what's worse than this?
I'll tell you what, Twitter, or X, or Twitter. I mean, that's the first part of the problem. When Elon Musk came in and bought Twitter for $44 billion, it felt like a rogue move, but I don't think anyone expected how far he would go to save the platform. Now, Elon correctly noted that Twitter's business model wasn't the best and that they needed to find a way to make more money. But the steps he took to get there felt like a massive overcorrection. For starters, he forced users to pay if they wanted to be verified or even keep their existing verification ticks, which changes the meaning of it really from a way to discern public figures into a how big's your wallet contest. He dialed up the ads to 100. You'll now see them on the sides, you'll see them as you're scrolling, you'll see them in the replies, all while him firing about 80% of the company's workforce to reduce costs. And then he started to introduce his own personal views to the platform. Elon really liked the idea of free speech, which in theory does seem like a nice idea, but what it means in practice on Twitter is just reducing the level of moderation, which is probably less a choice, more just a consequence of firing everyone. And the way it's been done, I don't see how it helps anyone. You only need to scroll your home feed now to see explicit footage of serious incidents happening and even death. Not to mention that Elon himself has been accused of anti-Semitism, which, when something like that happens to the figurehead in charge of calling the shots for the entire company, that's going to start hitting confidence. So at the same time as the company's trying to dial the number of ads up, the advertisers have, well, basically just Uno reversed them by pulling out, not helped by Elon not so politely telling them to go away, which combined with traffic to the entire platform having dropped 14% after just 1 year of Musk being in, not to mention the dissatisfaction from a lot of people who are still using it, has all led to a big drop in company value. Official reports have confirmed that Twitter is worth at most less than half of the $44 billion it was bought for, but according to journalists who unraveled the true meaning of one of his tweets, the actual value may be as low as just 4, which is just embarrassing considering how short of a time frame all this damage was done in, and I think worthy of a 10. Now, the only... Oh my goodness, man. Gotta be brave here. Now, the only other 10 that I want to give out, for the opposite reason, is to the Opera browser. Here's why. Every time I use the Opera browser, it makes me feel like I have a co-pilot working with me, in a metaphorical sense, in that it has the tools to allow it to work around my needs, like lucid mode, which basically means no more blurred videos. You just hover over any video, be it old, be it new, and with one click, it's going to be sharper, it's going to be clearer, and it's going to have less visible ghosting. And now you can also pick the level of video enhancement you want. But also, the Copilot exists in a very literal sense, with Opera's own baked-in Aria AI. You want a summary of the web page you're on? That's like 2 clicks away. You want a quick answer to a question without having to Google search and then scrub through articles? It's right there. And I know it seems like a massive faff to set up a new browser, but this can literally import your old browser settings in a minute. Link in the description to download Opera now.
Și aia doi a fugit după ajutoare.
Ați mai păstrat loc și pentru niște sărmăluțe?
Bineînțeles, după 8 porții de salată de băf, intră și o sărmăluță.
Cât îți spun, puiule?
2 sunt ok, mami. Mersi.
Hai, puneți-vă și voi.
Da, normal. Preferatul mami primește direct în farfurie.
Păi, tu ești mai pretențioasă și de-aia am zis că poate vrei să-ți alegi.
Da, eu sunt pretențioasă, sunt sclifosită, iar el este preferatul familiei.
Așa făceai nazuri și în copilărie, de-aia am spus așa.
Oh, iartă-mă că nu baca un coș de gunoi în mine, cum face ionuțelul tău.
Ce ai zis, fă?
Cui spui tu, fă față de mandarină?
Ție, fă, pitică zbârcită ce ești.
Voi l-ați auzit pe ăsta ce a zis? Voi ați auzit crema asta de gălbenele cum a vorbit?
Mai auzit, băi, pițipoanco, suntem ei de mama, da?
Calmați-vă, copii, e Crăciunul, împăcați-vă.
Ia, auzi, Filox, de-ai Crăciunul, arde cu sărbătorile, după ce ți-a trimis ție bani să-ți iei mașină.
Băi, i-am dat că avea nevoie să...
Atunci să nu te mai iei, mă, de tata! N-are voie omul să-și ajute singura fată? Din puținul lui?
Din puținul lui 10.000 de euro, că am văzut cât ai dat pe mașină, fă.
Uite, îți dau și ție dacă îl ceri, îți promit.
Dai, de unde o să-mi dai, că i-ai dat toate economiile voastre ăsteia?
Ce? I-ai dat toți banii Roxanei?
Nu, bibilica mea, mai avem.
Oh, asta era problema cea mai mare, că mi-a dat mie banii și că nu i-ai dat preferatului ei, nu? Asta era problema. Zi, mamă, zi în față. Hai, zi că sunt proastă. Hai, zi că de când vrei să o zici, zi.
Vezi? Vezi? Așa face tot timpul. Nu putem și noi să avem niște sărbători cu liniște, ca toți oamenii. Doamne Dumnezeule, nu vine să cred.
Doamne, vă rog frumos, haideți să vă liniștiți. Dacă sunteți obosită și ați muncit pentru toate bunătățile astea, e păcat să stricăm seara de ajun acum și să mai ceartă oamenii, că așa e în familie.
De unde știi tu, mă? Că tu n-ai familie.
Tu ești iubire? Ce mi-ai zis, măta?
M-a auzit.
Cum mi-ai spus, orfane?
Cum ai zis? Băi, ochelaristule, cum ai zis? Bă, cum nu-i zis tu mama așa, bă? Cum i-ai zis tu mama, da? Bă, cum nu-i zis tu mama așa, bă? Lasă-mă afară tu așa, bă! Pleca, a plecat așa! Bă, cum nu-i zis tu mama așa?
Până la urmă am reușit să luăm asta împreună ca o familie și să ne promitem că la anul vom fi mai buni, mai înțelegători unii cu ceilalți. Colindătorii, fi colindătorii!
Nu, stai acolo. Sunt alu Saveta, ăștia au bani destui. Au venit să cerșească. Pentru bunătate. Înțelegere.
Pentru bunătate.
Și
Și înțelegere.
Garage Lobby. Crash Lobby. You have a button called Crash Lobby, and you just like straight up go and crash the lobby? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way there is just a button called Crash Lobby and you can just like break the game whenever you please. How can it be allowed? How did Riot not do anything about it yet? To send screenshot when I'm in champ, I just have to lock in a champ and click crash. Yes, only when I lock in a champ, it will send me to custom game and it will crash when it hits 1 second. Then leave custom, then queue back up.
And click crash. But it
No
only
way!
crashes at the end.
Also illegal. And honestly,
You also had a custom Camille game? Okay, okay, wait.
I don't find can be
That was just a game in my match history, okay? Please, chat, come on, guys, come on. I wouldn't do that. Why would I drop hack? I didn't even play solo queue at that time. I'm not sus at all. I'm a pro player. I'm trustworthy. I would never drop hack. I mean, just me knowing how the script works is a coincidence.
drăgostiți de atâtea ori, ca o grădină de ale ei flori. Tot înflorim, ne veștejim și primăvara înapoi ne iubim. Îndrăgostiți de atâtea ori, ca și cerneala pe scrisori. Poate pierim, dar noi doi știm, rămâne scris cum noi doi ne iubim. Ai știut cum să-mi dai de toate, și fericire, liniște și dor. Chiar dacă ne certăm, cumva noi ne împăcăm, și în ale tale brațe eu ador. Ai știut cum să-mi dai de toate, și fericire, liniște și dor. Chiar dacă ne certăm, cumva noi ne împăcăm, și în ale tale brațe eu ador. Îndrăgostiți de atâtea ori, cum este scena de-a ei actori. Replici tăioase, dar și iubiri, tragem cortina, în săruturi sfârșim. Îndrăgostiți de atâtea ori, ca ale mării ascunse comori. Timpul tot trece, nu ne grăbim, ce avem noi știm să prețuim. Ai știut cum să-mi dai de toate, și fericire, liniște și dor. Chiar dacă ne certăm, cumva noi ne împăcăm, și în ale tale brațe eu ador. Ai știut cum să-mi dai de toate, și fericire, liniște și dor. Chiar dacă ne certăm, cumva noi ne împăcăm, și în ale tale brațe eu ador.
Dacă stelele ar visa pe tărâmul interzis, zi și noapte ar vedea doar zâmbetul tău un vis. Iar eu știu că gura ta ar putea zâmbi și înscris în cartea ce s-ar chema pe tărâmul interzis. Aș găsi ce se ascunde după infinit, iar luna lasă eu achit, îți pun soarele pe lanț la gât.
Remarkable 2, which is a paper tablet. If you haven't heard of these guys, this is a tablet where the input, where writing on it feels like you're writing on paper. Extremely satisfying, and unlike the glass displays that you might see on other tablets, this is also using e-ink, so it's less fatigue, less eye strain than a backlit display. Better paper, better thinking. Take notes, read, and review documents with unparalleled paper feel. Obviously not as distracting as your tablet that does everything, your iPad or otherwise, that's sending you notifications, that's pinging you maybe in moments where you're trying to stay focused. Plus, all your other apps and social media is one tap away. The goal here is to kind of keep you away from that, keep you in your thought, keep you in your brainstorming session, your ideation, or whatever stage you're in, whether it's trying to brainstorm an idea for work or for a new business or for a new project. Even if you just want to zone out and do some art, you can do that here, and that's kind of the idea. They're leaning into the fact that this is not trying to do everything. It's a reader, it's a writer, and that's okay. Paper-like reading and writing, convert handwritten notes into typed text, take notes directly on PDFs, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. Very clean and simple unboxing experience. A little bit of paperwork and a welcome note. Congratulations on your new Remarkable. Here is the tablet, and look at how slim that is. That's another benefit of e-ink. So this will be your reader and your writer. And the thing that strikes you immediately is just how matte that display is. There is no glare, no reflection, and obviously it's reflecting ambient light instead of emitting light into your eyes. So even just a place to get work done late at night when you're trying to wind down and you don't want to blast your eyes with a backlit tablet, which is kind of keeping you awake and messing with your rhythm. In this case, this is a far less intense reading and writing experience for your eyeballs. If you haven't looked at e-ink before, it kind of just looks like printed text inside of an existing book. We can touch it, and obviously we have our marker input where that's going to stick to the side as well. And actually, maybe I'll just open that up right now. So this is the marker. There's also some extra included marker tips. The advantage with the marker, it is no charging or setup needed, paper-like friction to the display, and it has a built-in eraser. Okay, looking around the device, we see some contact points here. We've also got our USB-C connection buried right in the corner. The other corner up top is where your power switch is on the left side, and then there's a magnet in here to house your marker, so it's always with you and ready to go. The only other thing inside the package is your USB cable, and it's a nice flat style Type-C to Type-A. Let me go ahead and set this up, and then we'll check out the other new accessories as well. All right, I couldn't help it. I had to doodle a little bit because it is such a satisfying writing experience. It's something about the texture, the weight of the marker that they call it, and just the sort of the matteness of the screen. And it's so different than like a phone screen, as you can see. Like it just, anyway, what I'm in right now is essentially is what they call a quick sheet. You can just easily launch a quick sheet. It'll go in your list of quick sheets, and just like that, you are either taking notes or sketching a drawing. You have some different settings for the type of paintbrush you're using and the weight of that paintbrush. And then we can move into our text as well if we want to just type something using the on-screen keyboard. Of course, we're going to get to the type folio, which is another option for note-taking as well, and a way to carry it around. Will has just reminded me it's also left-hand friendly, and the palm rejection is amazing as well. So like I can fully rest my palm if I want to. I can basically just rest my palm over there. The other satisfying aspect is the lack of lag. It's almost instantaneous when you write on here. And we can use this as a reader, as I suggested earlier. So any EPUB book, in this case I have Brave New World here, and you can see this is going to be an awesome place to do some reading. Just super easy on the eyes and lots of real estate to read on. And then the benefit is you can go ahead and mark up a section that you may want to highlight for later. You can circle something, and then that's going to live inside of that document, whether it happens to be a book that I'm marking up or it could be a PDF that I'm taking notes. I can go in here and write my own note as well, like remember. This all interfaces with a variety of devices. It could be the web, it could be your laptop, it could be your smartphone. So as you can see on my smartphone over here, I have the same files that exist on the Remarkable 2, and I can access them here along with those changes that I've made to them, but I can also upload files here, including EPUB books and PDFs, and then those are going to show up as editable documents here on the Remarkable 2 inside of the interface here. Okay, let's reach for our accessories. First, I want to check out the premium leather book folio. So this does not have any type of typing capability, but it's going to protect, give a little bit of protection and comfort to carrying your Remarkable 2. This is going to make it look like a high-end notebook, and I think it's going to sit there just with a magnet, just like that. Oh, that's lovely. That's really nice. Satisfying to hold and extremely thin. At this point, it doesn't even look like you're carrying anything but a paper notebook. However, you know that when you open it up, you've got something far more capable. So you can actually leave it in the folio as you work, or it pops in and out so easily that you can easily remove it also. All right, now this is interesting for note taking. We have the Type Folio accessory. Now, when you're using the keyboard case, the Type Folio, it actually has a few different orientations. Cool. Once again, magnets help it to seat itself correctly, and then the tablet realizing as you're using a keyboard, you've successfully connected a Type Folio, set up the keyboard exactly how you like it. This is really nice for drawing now. I could just get trapped in Doodle Land forever. Is there one more? Can you just do it completely flat? Oh, right there. Cool.
Okay, so I've had a chance to experiment a little bit more with the Remarkable 2 and just learn a little bit about its behavior, things like setting up folders, organizing your work, and then inputting different types of marker-based inputs. One of the cool things here is that we can turn written text into typed text. Last Saturday I went out for a beautiful breakfast, and it formatted it the same way actually that I wrote it out. If you are writing notes and maybe alongside some diagrams or something like that, and you need to move things around and restructure your page, so just flexibility inside of the document to rearrange things and to utilize a variety of inputs. So text via the marker, text via the Type Folio, or even text that starts via the marker and then goes into the handwriting converter like I did with that previous text there. So there are some improvements here with the Marker Plus. We have this eraser on the back, so if I want to come in and just very quickly erase something, I can do so in an intuitive way and in a way that you're used to, because obviously pencils have had erasers in the past, and you always wished that markers also had erasers. Now, obviously there's different ways to get this done. So for me, probably the most intuitive is just to double tap with my fingers, and I can undo a stroke at a time like this. And I really think that's the goal with this product, is that to bridge that gap, to take something that people do enjoy doing and is already intuitive and just digitize it, which as you can see here, there are many ways to do that.
Yeah, so if you've ever typed on a tablet before, then this is going to be sort of familiar for you. It's obviously extremely compact. Like, the purpose of this is portability first and foremost, but the actual individual key sizes for the main keys here is pretty large, and there is actually some key travel there as well. Certainly if you were comparing to strictly having the marker-based input, this is going to be an improvement in speed. It all depends on the way you work and sort of how you compile your thoughts or how you like to study. The nice thing is that you have the versatility. So walking around, like a walk-around tablet, that's the huge advantage here, that you have something extremely lightweight that's always charged, is a very satisfying pen-based input for sort of upright note-taking. I think a lot of these other accessories really enhance the versatility, but for me, the core functionality is this format, holding in one hand, because other tablets get heavy. Like, this is one of those advantages of e-ink, is it's like just so easy to hold. They might be lighter than some notebooks actually, and the writing experience is just more satisfying than on top of a glass screen. There's a few different ways to sync your work and the news you want to read, basically all of your documents across your variety of devices. There's the tablet, the desktop app, the mobile app, and then what I'm showing now, which is Read on Remarkable, which is available for either Chrome or Microsoft Office. I'll just select an article that I know I want to read later on my Remarkable, and I will convert it, and it will be sent to my Remarkable. And look how quickly it came there. Will didn't even pick it up because he was looking at the screen instantly, and it's ready to be read with beautiful contrast and in a super comfortable format. This sync is incredibly rapid, and it's across multiple devices. So in this case, I do the action on the tablet and it's synced on the desktop app. The speed is the key. You're not going to have to worry about uploading or downloading. It's all just sort of happening in the background. You don't need to initiate anything. You don't need to save the file, send the file, share the file. So obviously that's convenient to be able to have this variety of inputs and syncs across your devices under the assumption that you already have this variety of devices anyways, in line with the proposal of the Remarkable 2 tablet, which is, hey, here's this production tool which is gonna let you take notes and modify your documents and stay organized, and it's not going to have all of the things that your other devices have. You want to use your other devices, that's great, they can interact with it, but that there are times where you want to put this laptop down or you want to put your smartphone down because they've got all those other things on them that can tend to be distracting.
And the Remarkable 2 does not. The Remarkable 2 is simple, on purpose, and satisfying. Whether you want to use it mostly for reading, mostly for writing, for creative tasks, for art, for prototyping, for studying, for school, for work, etc. The key component here is that this is about getting stuff done without distraction, having some sort of free space for your saved thoughts that isn't tainted in any way by all those other things that exist on our smart devices in 2023. And definitely, if you want to learn more, be sure to click the link in the description or just head over to remarkable.com.
No sofá, desgraçado.
Sir, I'm gonna need to use ID. Oh, never mind.
Begin.
Every time I see a homeless person, they got a dog. Y'all investing in the wrong roof.
Oi! Oi!
Vai comer não, Letícia?
Tô tirando foto. Eu tô tirando foto.
Tá, tá me dando aqui. Pronto.
Que yo vine fue a esto.
subscribe and like this video, and this cat will hug you.
Don't be shy, it's okay. Hey!
And I'm a current freshman graduating at Lehigh University studying finance, and I'm set to graduate in 2027.
She was a fairy.
Давай, все.
Dad, you'll be motivated to fold it.
Of 1 to 10, how good is your English?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Lifting that much weight will for sure transform your body. Will for sure transform your body.
Mom, did you know if you put ketchup on a plate and you throw a little salt on top, it makes it warm? No. It's so freaking cool. Try it.
It's a really cold one today, though.
Wait for it.
Butterflies.
Butterflies. Butterflies.
I could see butterflies.
A lo que yo vine fue a esto.
You a man that switches shoes with you so your feet won't hurt.
Like a werewolf, man.
A lo que yo vine fue a esto.
Dog, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Ordered a thing of fries, and I only ordered one, but for some reason they gave me two.
I think it might be broken.
What is scarier? How is that scary?
Excuse me.
Oi, go. Oi, more passion, more passion, more passion, more energy, more.
If you can't handle me at my you don't deserve me at my
Hi.
Gosh, I need some help from some strong men.
Y'all, Barbie girls or black girls?
Barbecue.
Customers to be considerate of each other when it comes to buying, particularly when the most vulnerable in society will not be able to find items that they need.
Hooray!
My dad got a new car for me.
Yep, you bet. Oh, there we go.
I'm literally built as an athlete. Every blood test I've ever done has said that I am like over the normal limit of athleticness.
You see that fluffy coat? Yeah. You see that fluffy coat? Yeah, you thought it was real, right? It's fake. I lied.
All right, I'm here. Okay. All right, I'll race you. Ready?
Red.
I won't go to the. No.
All right, pre-haircut, pre-long ass eyes. My ears are gone. Barely see.
One rice cake first, or maybe two, because I'm Korean now. I could do two.
No, you're not Korean.
I could do one.
Honey, this is you after you take off makeup?
Yo, ugly boy. He's looking at the
Oh
camera.
my god. Oh.
How's it looking?
You look like Baby Yoda, huh?
You look like a busted can of biscuits.
Come here.
Boa, Bia.
Okay.
Getting fit. Oh.
There's somebody walking behind you.
Barbie.
When they say you can do it twice and take pictures.
Se cayó.
Winston?
Excuse me, please, we're poor. Please, we have to buy you food. Please, thank you so much.
I wonder what this one does.
Mommy, what did you make?
I made the smoothie.
Ooh.
I made the bacon.
Sophie, what did you make?
I didn't make anything.
I don't even know if I got it.
We're gonna have to sell your feet pictures. Oh.
There's one in the house. Look at it.
Do you get in the kitchen often?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a chef.
Seriously?
Well, at my house.
What did you do this morning, Lonnie?
I put sunscreen on myself. I did this. And then I did this. And I didn't get there. Right here.
Nice.
Key lime pie.
Uh-huh.
Pecan pie.
Okay.
Coconut chess pie.
Got it.
Banana poster. They have also the passion and the flan inside.
Oh, are these the options?
Yeah.
These aren't real.
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
A lot of nice cars. The salesman right there. Don't look at him.
Don't look at him.
Want to buy a new car?
Really smells like a public restroom.
You know what? No.
It's my first day at kindergarten. It's my first day at kindergarten. Yay!
Ah! You did not just get the... Ah! You did not just get the all over... Susie!
What are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow so your feet don't get wet.
All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. One thing, oops, that could happen.
Nog een keer.
You're home early.
Yeah, I left my job today.
Why? What happened?
I couldn't work for that guy after what he said to me.
Oh no. What did he say?
You're fired.
Kayla, come on.
So men don't open car doors anymore?
How the f do you think I got in here?
You're doing so good. You're not spilling any. Okay, now watch the step. Go slow over the step. There you go. Good job. Oh, we spilled a little, but that's okay. Oh, don't look at it. Oh, did you panic?
If it stays up,
that means they're asleep. But if it drops, that means they're awake.
yeah,
So
so
if
if
it
it
stays
stays up, they're
After I
asleep.
lift it up, that means they're asleep. So let's see.
What's up, bro?
Ey, no le pegues.
Wake up! Wake up! It's me, Lucas. It's Lucas. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, Lucas. It's Lucas.
No le pegues.
What did you face at? What did you see?
Nom nom nom.
You want food?
Sundays.
Whoa! Whoa! Max!
You want this one? This one? This one?
Get out!
These are vanilla cookie, right?
Oh, I wanted chocolate.
Oh, no worries.
You.
Okay.
Can I just see the bill? Yeah, thanks.
Go get it. Oh! I just...
Already know I had to get my boy right with the homemade soup. You know what's crazy though? You probably can't even taste the rat poison. Oh, it's a joke.
calves, and a cow just wants to eat you!
Can you draw a circle?
Aló.
Aló.
Beep beep.
Ten esta tu pinche llavero para que no pierdas las llaves. Órale, está chingada, madre.
So if he tells you anything fucking different, he's a liar and a fucking snake. Fuck you.
This is a Christian household.
This is damage to the front end of your car, which hit his car in the rear.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
There has to be a better way to get the ice off the car. I mean, I'm using a discount card, so I'm only getting 15% off.
Damn. Oh my God. Not again.
Oh, he's talking to you guys.
Oh my god!
I'm actually gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm sorry I lied to you, Daniel. I'm actually gay.
Sam, I've got a treat for you.
Is your mom a baker? Because you're a cutie pie.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. Give me all your money. Now.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
English teacher.
Oh, 老师好. Teacher, how old are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I began to pass out, and my head hit the wall.
Look up. Oh, she's living her best life, darling. Go on, Nora. Why not?
Sit.
Oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're in a Walmart. We're gonna be robbing the store.
Alexis y la Copa América. Alexis, le pegó.
Raising cream pies. I'm raising one right here.
Amarillo, 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 plátano.
As düşmanım ya. Hoş geldin.
Hey, Mom. Remember when you asked if my friend jumped off her bridge, would I?
Contrôle V12, elle est faite. Accident.
You know?
I'll tell you right now, Christmas need to slow down. I only got $8.
Hey, how are you?
These are 2 for $3.50.
Yeah, no shit, she works here.
I shall kill you right now. Okay. Do not touch this. This is a no touching there.
Good. Well then.
Oh my God! I can't believe you reached across like that again. I can't even believe it.
I don't know how to start this. I bought a praying at Kingles.
Come on, let's go see him.
Okay. Oh, that was so
Hi,
nice.
Chucky.
Oh, it's so nice.
Who's buying this?
That would be my big fat ass.
Bro, look at this goofy old phone. What the?
Magic.
All right, guys, I've done everything I know to do to get famous on this TikTok app, but nothing seems to be working. I've seen this work for other people, so I'm going to give it a shot. Here's my butt.
Couple goals. Aw, their socks hold hands.
Já viu o cachorro que sobe na cadeira, senta na mesa?
this right. Do your job. What that looks for.
야, 나 졸라 잘 친다.
You want a cookie? Yeah. Nope.
Why are you kidding me?
I think he needs 5 more minutes.
What are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my house?
I want waffle.
السلام عليكم يا رجال. انزل لي المقلوب، يلا نزل نزل. طق ولا نزل شيء. يلا يلا فك فك. يلا يا فك.
Here we go. I'm gonna try sushi for the first time. You don't like it? I think it tastes good. What don't you like about it?
Oh my God, Ronaldo, Cristiano. Non. Mesquine, j'ai brisé son rêve.
It was at this moment that he knew he was done.
Don't fall! Be careful! Sereno.
chat. I really can show y'all how messed up my friends is, bro. I literally can call one of my friends and say my dog got hit by an ice cream truck, and they just gonna start laughing, bro. Like, hold on. Bro. My dog just got hit by an ice cream truck, bro.
Soundproof room.
Sekarang kita makan guys. Kita makan bedal guys, bedal ayam sama ini tomato guys.
Oh my god, what a tanta.
Geliyor bak. Aldı yerden basıyor. Bak etrafına bak, görüyor musun? Aldı. Bak. Aldı.
Don't take the whole thing. Don't take the whole thing. Thanks.
Move your head. Yes, sis. Yes, Sakia. Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
I thought I was in my fitness influencer era, so I decided to film myself running on the treadmill. I've never running again.
take this to a lawyer, by all means, I don't care. Go take it to a lawyer, okay? No crime has been committed. Get out of here. You can go in your car. You can go in your car, you can get your groceries, and you can stop this.
I need his phone number because I have to talk.
I will give you my phone number.
There you go. If he wants to give your phone number, then he can. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
And I really don't want to, but I'll give it to you for the sake of, look, we live in the same place. If we can't have good energy here, that's a bad thing.
I don't know you from Adam. You just bought here from Massachusetts or wherever you're from, Maryland. I've lived here 15 years. You're a newbie.
I moved here a few months ago.
I need your phone number.
Being a newbie has nothing to do with this. So you don't need to judge it.
I need a phone number so I can.
If he wants to give you your phone number, he can. If
Yeah.
he doesn't, then he doesn't.
What is it? So I can.
1-800 up your butt.
În viitor, pentru moment mi-au rămas bun și alerg spre mașină că plouă și mai bag ciuperci în rezervor ca să ajungem în dom.
Lasă și mie stexul.
Mă duc să-l ajut pe ăsta la Dragon Ball. Hai cu mine! Să sugi.
Wow! Yeah!
Noroc că stea foarte proști cu el.
Surpriză! Ce frumos e pe aici! Să rămână, nu vă supărați! Știți cumva unde locuiește?
Așa se zice, mă, nu că jucat noi bine, a?
Bă, chiar sunt slab.
Fin, bravo, nu? Ia uzi! Ia, bagă-n player!
GG Dan, da. Joacă bine Florinel. Facem băieți și noi 700 de like-uri, vă rog eu mult de tot. Te pup, Hooligan Gaming Geeks, te salut, Golane, bine venit. Rădăr, nu te băga.
Nu mă bag. Am 15.000 de clipe și tot.
Go. A stat la ales hit și ai luat totul.
Da.
Te pupa di bărânetul ăla. De ce pușează asta? Cu Dan pe bot recomand să-ți faci radian pe Varus? Cum Dan?
Bag eu, dar...
Eu, ce știu. Vezi că-l batem și pe ăsta. David de borcare. Ai venit și părut cu aia?
Păi nu am.
L-ai dat, mă. dai ultim.
Hai. Da, tankezi eu.
Vreau să mă liniștesc. Oricum vreau că venea Jace. Da, câștigăm un meci, Alex, nu știu cum pula mea se întâmplă, dar... E trebuie tine, Alex, bă. Oricare. Cumpă top cu aia. Chiar și...
Și să-l iau pe măta, că nu mă bag acolo.
Era treaba aia. Motivul.
Bă, vin.
No dive. Că poate îi batem dacă le dăm dive, dar nu.
Mă, să-l ajut pe ăsta la Drake, mă.
2 săptămâni fără muncă, noroc, te pup, Andreea. Concediu plăcut, fata. Să rămână de susținere. Te pup, Soda, bă. Ai 0 suport? Nu, l-am pădat. Băi, stăm bine rău de tot. Dane?
Da, bine. Are stand full.
Vine Eco. Dacă mi-l țin stand, îl batem.
Ți-l țin. Nu mă bate, n-are cu ce. Dar și-a dat eu.
Te-am zis că dacă îl țin stand, îl batem.
Îl prind.
Vin. Dacă i-ai dat un stand, e mort. A venit Gis. N-am avut încredere în tine că e prinsă la croaie. Puteam să-i dau râul eu acolo și nu mai ajungeam pe el. Dar n-am avut încredere, de să nu. Dacă le dai și Q-ul, da.
N-aveam...
Era în KD? Era în KD, a? Data meci mai normal ăsta, că chat-ul, Dani. Și am nu scriu nimic pe chat. Băi, dar de ce lăsam să se săturat de bătaie?
Am descurcat. Ah, te pot.
Ce faci? Băi, tocmai ți-am zis că n-are ult, ești prost?
Mă, n-are ult, uite-o.
Băi, ești idiota, e pasivă, putem și norocul tău.
Păi ai ult. Când n-are ultima, nu-i să vede pasiv.
Să mor eu.
Să-mi va pula, mă, te-ai prost, nu știu jocul. Băi, ești idiot. Băi, când n-are ultima, nu-i să vede pasiva. Ol, are ultima. Jocul, mă.
Haide.
Ok.
Haide. Nu vrei următorul meu să duci pe acolo? Eu știu că jucai Malfi, top, jucai... Vin. La farmul ăsta... Rău. Băi, ăla încă e tot. Mamă, ăla are misiune. Să-i dăm bătaie. Am bat pula de mă bat. Că nu mă bat.
Nu te băga.
Nu, stau decât așa, gen, preventiv. Ai dat-o cumva așa.
Pentru următoarea mișcare, cum e?
O predictă?
Predictă.
Următoarea mișcare e dat. Vine aici?
Da, nu l-am. Unde? Ultima. Bună. Nu, sper.
Hai să mă fie matematică foarte bună. Matematică pulă. Ți-a rămână londonezule, te pup, frate meu. Sărbători fericite alături de familia ta frumoasă și de comunitatea sa numărul 1. Te pup și la anul îți doresc mai multe realizări, să rămână la golan. Bă, la anul sper să realizez să nu mai joc cu Dan. Morții, mă, cu Dan. Da, până nu pe așa. Da, bun, e prost la lor, că vedeam. Te buc, bănuță. Îmi duci prima capul ăsta, bă, că încerc să scap de copyright, Angela. Am mai spart puliță, mi-a dat copyright-ul, mi-a dat până și Gigi Mafia copyright după aia, bun la cap, n-am pus să te învățăm. Trebuie să ascult neauziți de ăștia care nu au case de discuri, altfel